Why is the world controlled with fear? Because fear controls the mind. It hijacks your thoughts. It rewires your logic. It sells you a nightmare, then sells you the escape plan. Fear hijacks the brain. The amygdala is like a smoke alarm with trust issues. Once triggered, it shuts down your logical thinking faster than your internet when rent's late. It doesn't ask, is this true? It screams, survive! Politicians, media, corporations, they knew this. They use this. Why argue policy when you can just flash a scary headline and bypass people's brains completely? Fear shuts down reason, and a scared brain is an obedient brain. Fear is more powerful than logic. You ignore 10 compliments but get haunted by the one insult. Science shows we're wired to avoid pain more than where we're drawn to pleasure. Twice as motivated in fact. That's why you remember a mean comment from 2012 but forget your birthday dinner last year. That's why media loves blood, scandal, and betrayal. If it bleeds, it leads. Fear creates unity in control. Fear doesn't just scare people, it makes them move as one. When people are afraid, they stop thinking like individuals. They become a crowd, a herd, a tool. So next time you're watching the news, doom scrolling Twitter, or binging crime dramas, ask yourself, are you informed or are you being formed? Fear makes people easier to manipulate, more obedient, less likely to question, more likely to follow blindly, willing to trade freedom for a false sense of safety. People don't want truth. They want to feel safe, and fear sells safety. Governments use it to pass laws you'd never accept if you weren't panicking. Corporations use it to sell you the solution to the problem they manufacture. Hollywood's not off the hook. Sex, drugs, violence, that's the meal. Hope, wholeness, healing, that's the after-credit scene that no one sticks around for. It's not just the entertainment, it's conditioning. Flood the brain with chaos, then sell calmness in the form of subscriptions, pills, and popcorn. The more overwhelmed you feel, the less likely you are to look inward, because peace doesn't get clicks. Fear is the oldest trick in the book, but once you see it, you can't unsee it, and that's when the spell breaks. Okay, here's what's interesting. Your brain can't always tell the difference between being chased by a bear or being entertained by a Netflix trailer. Fear and excitement trigger the same chemical cocktail. Dopamine for pleasure, adrenaline for intensity, and boom, you're hooked. Why do we love horror movies? Why do we pay money to ride roller coasters that make us scream like we're about to die? Why do people binge watch apocalyptic thrillers while saying the world is too stressful right now? Because fear is arousing, and your brain, it doesn't always ask if it's good or bad. It just asks, am I lit up? Evolutionary insight. Fear kept your ancestors alive. That rustling in the bush can be a tagger. Better safe than saber-tooth. But in modern life, there are no taggers, just tweets. So your brain craves stimulation, and it'll take fake danger over no danger at all. That's the trap, artificial fear, manufactured danger. You scroll, panic, rage, repeat, and guess who profits from it? Fear captures your full focus, and in the modern attention economy, whoever has your attention has your mind. Fear isn't just a glitch, it's a feature, and you're living in a system designed to feed it. Let's talk about the dirtiest secret of the human psychology. Your brain is not designed to be happy. I know, that sucks. But it's also the reason you're alive. Evolution hardwired us for survival, not joy. Your brain evolved to spot threats, not admire sunsets. Miss a tagger? Death. Miss a rainbow? Wow. Negativity bias kept you alive, but now you're safe and still waiting for the taggers that don't exist. The brain is Velcro for negativity, Teflon for positivity. The brain is like Velcro for negativity experience and Teflon for positive ones. We remember pain faster. We replay drama longer. We cling to the wounds because the brain thinks it's preparing for a round two. Fear is an attention magnet. Fear, guilt, shame, anger all light up your survival system. They're sticky, they're addicting. Society rewards negativity. Clickbait, gossip, rage, drama. It gets more clicks than kindness, more money than mindfulness, more fame than forgiveness. Because positivity is quiet, but negativity is loud and monetized. The ego thrives on conflict. The ego loves to suffer. It loves to be wrong, because struggling creates identity. I'm the underdog. I'm the betrayed hero. I'm the one who sees the truth. It's not about growth. It's about being someone, even if that someone is miserable. But negativity is not the default, it's the habit. Neuroplasticity shows this clearly. You can retrain your brain. You can notice beauty. You can find peace, but it takes intention. The default is fear, but your destiny doesn't have to be. Negativity isn't who you are. It's just the software you inherited. But guess what? You can upgrade it. You are not a mind made to suffer. You are a consciousness, learning to remember itself. So how do you flip the switch? How do you rewire your mind, reclaim your peace, and find joy in a world built to distract you? Let's talk about curiosity, courage, and how imagination, not fear, is your true birthright. Love, positivity, hope, they sound like soft words, but make no mistake, these are the bravest acts in the world. Why? Because your brain isn't wired for them. Love requires openness, positivity requires trust. But your brain, it's built for protection. Open your heart, risk rejection, smile at life, risk disappointment, hope for better. Love and positivity are acts of bravery, not weakness. Love isn't about finding the one, it's about facing yourself, because you'll only let someone love you as deeply as you love yourself. And positivity, that's not faking a smile, it's choosing peace in the middle of a war, smiling in the dark. Real love is messy, real positivity isn't sugar, it's steel. It's showing up even when the world's on fire. Trauma rewrites your code. It teaches, don't trust, don't hope, don't try, stay safe. And just like that, your baseline becomes defense mode. Society doesn't teach love, it teaches transaction. Be good, get love, make money, be valued, perform, succeed, or else. But love, true love, doesn't come from earning, it comes from being. So in a world that profits off your fear, choosing love, that's rebellion. Choosing joy, that's resistance. Choosing peace, that's power. In the end, only love remains, but it's the hardest thing to learn. Which brings us to one of the oldest questions ever asked. This question has echoed through the minds of prophets, skeptics, scientists, and saints. If God is good, why is the world so evil? Let's not answer it with fear. Let's answer it with clarity, logic, and heart. Free will, the gift and the curse. A loving God doesn't force love, and freedom comes with risk. Without the power to choose wrong, you can't choose right. You can't have the power to love without the power to harm. God doesn't pull the strings, we do. Genocide, greed, betrayal, these are human choices, not divine ones. A good story needs conflict. Imagine a story with no pain, no struggle, no heartbreak. Would you be moved? Would you grow? This isn't heaven. This is the testing ground, a forge, a beginning. A good God doesn't promise a perfect world. He offers a path through an imperfect one. Suffering builds souls. Suffering carves depth into the soul. It creates empathy, wisdom, strength. Evil isn't a thing. It's a corruption of good. Darkness is not a thing. It's the absence of light. Cold is the absence of heat. Evil is the distortion of good. God made light. We created shadows by turning our backs on it. Earth is not the final chapter. If this is just the beginning, then maybe it's not about comfort, it's about character. A good God isn't trying to make you happy, He's trying to make you whole. Love must be chosen in the dark. It's easy to love when everything is fine, but when you love in the storm, that's when it's real. Light means nothing unless it shines in the darkness. So why would a good God allow evil? Not because He is cruel, not because He is distant, but because free will is sacred. Growth requires resistance. Love must be chosen, and redemption is more beautiful than perfection. The question isn't why God allows darkness. The question is, what will you do with the light you've been given? Let's talk about one of the most beautiful, misunderstood mysteries of existence. Is darkness made of light? Scientifically, no. Darkness is the absence of light, just like cold is the absence of heat, and silence, the absence of sound. Light scatters in the darkness when there's something in the way. Otherwise, it moves forward, pure and unbothered. Philosophically and spiritually, light is awareness, truth, love. Darkness is ignorance, fear, confusion. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. In you are made of both light and shadow. Your darkness isn't evil, it's just the part of you that hasn't been seen, held, or healed. You don't fight darkness, you light a candle. God whispers in our pleasure, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pain. The question isn't whether the light exists, it's whether you'll choose to shine in it. You are the light you're looking for. Imagine this. You're firing paintballs at the wall with 2 holes. You expect 2 splashes. Simple, right? But now, you fire electrons, the tiniest bits of you, and instead of two neat splashes, you get stripes, like waves in water, as if the electrons went through both slits at once, as if it didn't decide what it was until you looked. Here's what's remarkable. When you observe it, it changes. Why this changes everything? The tiniest things. The very particles that make you behave differently when you pay attention. You're not a passive speck in this universe. You're part of the code. You're not just in the universe, you're participating in it. So what happens when you turn the observer inward? When you watch your thoughts, visualize your future, direct your focus like a laser? Well, reality shifts. Teaching your brain to imagine your day before it happens, it's like programming your internal GPS. And meditation, that's not just steering the wheel, it's driving the seat of your destiny. This isn't about escaping the day, it's about pre-building it, before chaos gets the first punch. Set the atmosphere, sit in silence, not for perfection, but for presence. Close your eyes, breathe in for 4, hold for 4. Breathe out for 6, whisper to yourself. Today I will move with purpose. I lead my day doesn't lead me. Visualize the day, see it, feel it, experience it before it happens. Picture yourself waking up strong and focused. See yourself handling difficult conversations calmly. Imagine your top goals already accomplished. Picture a surprise and watch yourself adapt with ease. Feel the pride at the end of the day. You showed up as your highest self. You're not fantasizing, you're rehearsing victory. And your brain, it doesn't know the difference. Lock it in, eyes open, one deep breath, subtle smile. Repeat internally, this is who I am. I don't chase the day, I create it. You don't need coffee, you just align with your future self. These tools will help you hit harder. Mental rehearsal, see it, feel it, be it. Scripting, write it in your own voice. Today I faced every challenge with grace, and I felt alive doing it. Priming, gratitude plus breathing plus powerful music equals ignition. And finally, time travel techniques. Imagine it's 9 p.m. You're proud. What did you do today? You're not just planning, you're architecting your life, one breath at a time. Now go do it. Mind over matter isn't a poster quote. It's a sacred rebellion against every lie they told you you're not good enough. It's the end of being a passenger in your life. It's your resistance to fear, your permission to rise. Your return to the creator you were born to be. You were born with wings, but they clipped them with fear. They dulled them with bills, with distractions, with screens. But listen to me, it's time to grow them back. You are not broken, you are unlit. Light yourself up. If this woke something up inside you, that wasn't motivation, that was your soul remembering. So don't scroll past this. Don't just watch the flame. Be the match, be the light, be the architect of your own becoming. You're not here to consume life, you're here to co-create it, and it starts with your mind. People looking up from rooftops, from fields, from desks. Candles forming constellations in the sky. One by one, we remember, we rise. You are not stuck, you are not broken, you are not late, you are light, and the world needs you lit. The revolution doesn't start out there, it starts in here. I am more, without thought. Now prove it.
Ooh.